morning, still morning. I'm Sam Jaffee, and to start off, how many people in here are hungry? It's almost noon. Yeah. All right. Any of y'all eat breakfast? A few.
Lunchable.
Okay. There's some bacon. Some bacon sound right now. Smell. Get that nice hickory smell. A little bit of sizzle. Sounds delicious. What's some ham? Want that for lunch? Some ham and cheese. Maybe remind you of sliced ham like this. You get it at Christmas. Yeah, sounds good. I don't like it. Why? I'm Jewish. Yeah, that's right. And in Judaism, well, there are dietary laws. One of them forbids eating ham. I've eaten pig before, kind of a hospitality sense, but I don't like it. Now, I'm really not going to talk much about my experiences as a Jew in America and growing up in the Bible Belt. That's just a little too much fun. But instead, I'm just going to talk about that little Jewish dietary law that everyone knows, not eating pork. That's the first one you see. It's really the only one anyone really cares about. But there are a lot of others. I mean, you can study your entire life on Jewish law. Really, any religious law for that matter. Why should you care about this? Anyone in here Jewish besides me? Didn't think so. Aren't many of us. Well, hopefully by understanding the origins of my tradition, maybe we can eliminate some of that misunderstanding, at least with Judaism, and hopefully you can apply some of that to understanding some of your peers that may do things a little differently than you. And after all, Judaism, we're fraught with misunderstanding. If you look at pretty much any century in history, that as long as Jews have existed, there's been something bad, because frankly, it's just a lack of understanding that really causes it. So I hope you can kind of understand a little bit of my cultural heritage. Now, the dietary laws, they come from a long religious and sociological heritage. Judaism has been around for going on 3,000 years now. Now, from the religious perspective, we can find the law in the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, 7 through 8, if you're really curious. When God said to Moses and Aaron, when they're making all the laws, "And the swine, although it has true hooves, with hooves cleft through, does not chew the cud, it is unclean for you. Shall not eat of their flesh, or touch their carcasses, they are unclean." That's just from the Torah, Jewish sacred text, what we consider the Hebrew Bible. And that just really provides the religious origins for the taboo on eating pigs. But I really wanted to look into, why. Why are pigs taboo? It's not just because it's written somewhere. No, there's got to be something based to that. Now, before I get into some of the theories of why, I'm going to talk about some minor misconceptions about pigs. When I was growing up, I was told pigs were dirty. They just roll around in their own crap. They eat it, writhe around in it, sit in it all day. Well, yeah, they do it. You look at any pig, it's just going to be rolling around in mud. But it does that for one reason. It doesn't have sweat glands. It's got to stay cool. What do you do when you get hot in the summer? You go jump in the pool, go jump in the ocean. Go spray yourself with water. Cools you down a little bit. Same thing with pigs. And they only really eat crap, mud, when they don't have anything else to eat, because pigs are very voracious eaters. With that in mind, let's start going into some of the theories of why pigs are taboo. You got a cow, pig. The cow's a ruminant. The pig's not. Pigs, they got very similar digestive systems to us. How do we gain? We can't go around eating grasses like cows. We gain weight, we get healthy by eating fruits, vegetables, starches, meats. Same thing with a pig. Pig's not going to gain any weight by eating grass. So, with that in mind, imagine you're walking around in the desert. You got some animals with you. You got to feed them. You got to feed yourself. Now, are you going to be willing to share your food with a pig? Because a pig's not going to gain any weight eating desert grasses. Or a cow. Cow's not going to steal any of your food. Can't really even digest it. They can go around eating grasses, give you some milk, You slaughter it, get some meat. Well, this is likely the dilemma that faced the early Israelites walking around through the desert out in the Sinai. Sinai is very, very dry, very desert-like. Not much grows there. So which would you rather have? Cow? You don't have to steal any food from yourself. Pig. Decision's pretty simple. I mean, by this logic, pig's likely taboo just to save on food, on precious, precious food resources. And it's a lot more efficient to have a cow when you don't have anything to share with it. When you do, pigs gain weight faster than any other animal on the face of the earth, if you feed them right. Can't really do that in the desert. Another theory, money, social class, everyone's favorite thing. Well, if you put any stock into the early religious story of Moses, the Exodus, you'd see that Moses, he was a member of the Egyptian upper class for most of his life. During the time period, actual historical time period, based on all sorts of writings, see that the Egyptian upper class during that time had a taboo on eating pigs. Just made them seem better. Kind of like upper class here, we eat lobster. Lower class, they eat whatever they can find. Same kind of thing. Kind of just make them seem different by class standards. And when Moses left Egypt, probably just took this taboo right along with him. You've been doing it his whole life, why not? Why stop? Final difference. Maybe taboo's just made so Jews can seem different. I mean, if you read any of the early Hebrew Bible, you'll see that, at least based on the writings, God made Jews, set them apart. Well, how do you bring that into practice? For those of you that don't know praxis. You bring it into practice by making laws, making it actually practically different. I don't put much stock into that. But this kind of separateness, set-apartness, if you want to say that, it's not a word, but it can lead to some misunderstandings. Misunderstandings have been experienced since the inception of Judaism, lead to elitism, feelings of elitism, and of course, anti-Semitism. So, down in Scotia. Jewish diet can trace its roots, laws, many different events, and people throughout the history. Now, of course, I've just presented you with three different theories of just the pig law. There are hundreds of other laws that we're supposed to follow. I don't. It's a little too much work, a little too much money in a place like this where I can't get to a butcher. But once again, my goal with this speech, build some understanding. Hopefully now you understand it's not that I feel better than you. I frankly don't like pig, but any Jews. It's not that they feel better because I don't eat pig, you eat pig. It's nothing like that. There is a very rich religious and sociological history behind those laws. Now, if you want to consider your own traditions, you don't just want to practice them, you can actually understand why you might do them. Hopefully I kind of motivated you to do that a little bit. And just kind of think critically about what you do in your daily life. Is it just because someone told me to, or is there an actual reason for it? Thank you very much. Any questions?